fumbled my words a bit.
Oh.
If you, you know, science, you know, wants to find infinite energy desperately. Like, it will save the planet. And anyone who does is due a Nobel Peace Prize. So you probably, you know, if you feel like you've genuinely got energy crystals with infinite energy sitting on your fucking mantelpiece, you probably want to ring the Nobel Peace Prize people because they desperately need that. And, you know, they're going to kick themselves when they find out that they've been looking at all the wrong crystals. You know, that sort of. I want to debunk every conspiracy. I want to be able to debunk any conspiracy thrown at me without any science necessarily. Just sort of just go. My flat Earth one's actually a lot more revised. I'm writing the crystal. My flat Earth one. So you know how they say we've got a dome above us.
Oh, I haven't even looked into it, but
yeah, well, some of them say that we've got a dome, and that's why we don't get hit by asteroids and like a big glass dome. Like, there's going to have to be a maintenance team to install the dome.
Wait a minute, so they think space is real? Is that the... No. They don't, so where is it?
There's different camps. Some of them think space is real, some of them don't. Some of them think we're enclosed in a dome, some of them don't. Some of them think we're moving, some of them don't. As a planet. Some of them don't think we're rotating or we're moving through space. There's loads of different things. Like, some of them, like one group of them in particular, they reckon that there's this ice wall around the whole perimeter of the planet, and that's what the ice caps are. And beyond the ice walls, there are 6 other realms, effectively, like, and one of them is like Asgard. And they reckon that's where like all the resources and they're keeping it from us because we're just effectively I don't know what they think we are as a planet, but argument's sake, there's a dome. Who installed that? How long's the dome been up there for? Who installed it? Who does maintenance on it? Like, there's got to be a company of people who sacrifice their life effectively by going into hiding because they can't be part of society anymore if they're in on the lie. You know, so these people are trained to be dome repairmen and women. And what do they just? Whenever there's a problem, they just go up there. So they must have to live on. You know, if they can't mingle with society because of the big lie that they're perpetuating, and definitely none of them are telling anyone. It's probably a live-in job. Who does the catering? Who does the sanitary products? I want to know who does the tampons for the flat Earth dome maintenance team. Stuff like that. Yeah, that one's more rehearsed.
Yeah.
I'm not going. This is why that science doesn't work. I'm going. So who fuck? You know, I'm going that angle.
You have to remember every conspiracy theory.
Well, this is it, but Al Murray can do it, you know, so it's doable. I mean, I can almost do it anyway, to be honest with you. And do you know what? If someone throws one at me that I've never heard of or makes one up on the spot, that's part of the show, isn't it?
Men in Black. Killed it then.
What about them?
Are
they Men in Black?
Are they Men in Black?
Or they just turn up and erase people's brains?
Hey, if I see a UFO, I go, oh shit, I seen a UFO, and the Men in Black turn up. Is that true? Is that a true thing? Is that a conspiracy?
Well, I mean, it's a good one. I've never really heard anyone talk about it though, so I'm not really, it's not a priority, but I still had one.
Men in Black.
Well, I mean, these Men in Black, like, are they just men, or are they women, or like, do they reproduce? Like, where do they live? Are they happy that they're so high up in the Secret Service that they're not really human anymore? They're just like these servants for. So, you know, a lot of it can always fall back on the fact that because allegedly there's X amount of people in on this lie that have been going for X amount of years. It's like, so whoever's doing these lies, they're happy to just be part of this lie. You know, I actually said this on a live stream ages ago. I was like, so let me get this straight. There's people that know the Earth's flat, according to these people. Are you seriously telling me that John Smith, on his deathbed, after having worked for the NASA government lie for 57 years, didn't on his deathbed say to his son, this will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams?
Yeah, did they
in my second drawer, in the second drawer down, on the right hand side of my desk, is
what siren is that? I've heard that before.
Strange type of ambulance. Yeah, he would just go, son, there's a microchip, like there's a USB drive, sorry, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just have a look on it,
Well,
etc. Do you know what I mean? Somebody. Let's say every single 20 years there's 2,000 people active on this live. And how long's the live been going on for? Oh, hundreds of years. So let's say 400 years. So all of them people, you know, that's probably about 800,000 people over the course of history. You're telling me that not one of them on their deathbed said shit?
I just said, by the way, technical team.
Or while they're doing it all, collecting loads of evidence,
joking.
information, and then put it all together. And do you know what I mean? Like, if you went to the Sun newspaper, they publish that, and if they're in on it, according to everyone, like, what, you know, social media is a thing. It's not like they don't, you know, it's like, a lot of them you can sort of go back to that. To be honest with you, it's like the moon landing. You know, they reckon Stanley Kubrick helped them make the moon landing. Like, you wouldn't get the world's most famous fucking sci-fi film.
I know, and nobody found out there was no slip-ups or that. Nobody found out that was Stanley Kubrick made a film.
Yeah, it didn't. It just escaped everyone. You know, they pulled it off. You know, they can't hide the fact that Boris Johnson had a fucking beer in lockdown. And like, these people are notoriously self-centered. They're not going to sacrifice their whole life for someone else's ends.
Yeah. Oh, especially when it's like ethically it'll play in your mind going, oh, the Earth's actually round. Oh, then, like, you know what I mean? It's like you would play in your mind. Me personally, imagine anybody involved in conspiracy would say, oh shit, you know, the moon's actually, one of them is fake, I'm going to confess it, I feel really bad about it.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines they've got someone that would feel like that. You know? That'd be quite a good film actually, like obviously a fantasy film. But like
Man.
And they're covering up conspiracies.
And see, when I die, I'm probably going to say something like that to confuse people.
People have done that.
No, I will. I'm obviously not of any status, like.
People have done that anyway, and, just for a laugh. The thing with the flat Earth's the one that's, it's physically the most ridiculous one. And it's the most debunkable one as well, really. Like the moon landing, it's theoretically possible that the moon landing was still fake, arguably. In that you're just debunking their nonsense rather than actually having proof of, you know, like that you can produce now to this day. Because it was only a small team. You know, I don't even know the moon. There's things I've got to brush up on, to be honest, but I don't even know the moon landing debunking.
The one thing I agree on with I just think I can see why you think that is that they thought because of the Cold War it was a race to get to the moon and USA won right away. It was,
it's one of the older conspiracies, isn't it?
It's one of the oldest ones. There's a conspiracy that a lot of astronauts actually died getting to the moon. They only really published the first one, they only really sort of mentioned like the first one, but obviously they tried it so many times. And fucking folk died. Same with the Russian cosmonauts. Loads of them died there, but they didn't actually publish that or mention it. I think when they had the technology, they knew that they were going to them and they did it live and that, obviously. One small step and all that shit. One journey for mankind.
I mean, it's really snowball conspiracies in general. I mean, I know the pandemic, but part of me regrets a little bit not capitalising on it at the time, but I literally took the stance of, a few people said to me, I bet you're loving this, you're going to make loads of content, really, you can't go out. I took it seriously.
You could have done it in your house, son.
Yeah, but I've got a different, even I've thought of a few jokes like today, for example, but it's just like, I don't want to make videos for the sake of it. I want to make, like, I'm doing less and less actual little clip ones. I don't want them to be the same. I literally saw some contrails today, and I thought to myself, I could just be like, oh yeah, this is one of them disappearing contrails. Because they actually do disappear anyway. But I just thought, do you know what, I do just want to do the feature length, put my all into it, and kind of wrap it up. Ali G, like, he's always left his characters and he's such a bad card, but one of the I did think of one joke. It's a bit. Tell me what you think of it. Because I've had a few bits of feedback. It's mixed. That Greta Thunberg is actually Madeleine McCann, and that was the thing. So she was kidnapped and brainwashed into Greta Thunberg. It does actually sort of add up as well, like the ages and stuff. What's your first reaction before I tell you anything else?
I don't have it actually. I'm just what? I don't know what the punchline is. So.
No, as in like my character. So it's not a joke. It's just
right.
My character in the feature length.
For the conspiracy thing.
Yeah, for the conspiracy. It's not like a joke to stand up or anything.
Alright, now you would have to. What's the reason why? Just because of the age?
Well, just you know how they just touching straws. It's
just
one of them things that you
up,
just like, yeah, and this proves that Madeleine McCann's like Greta Thunberg's actually Madeleine McCann, and she was stolen by the Mongolian government for some reason. And, I don't get that broad. I don't make jokes out of it.
Yeah. I'd go for it. Like.
Yeah.
What's the time scale of joking about dead children? I want to know. Because how long was Madeleine McCann? Is that 50 years ago? Surely at least.
It was 2007. Because I remember I was in Zante at the time.
Oh right, 50 years ago.
My first season in Zante.
No.
And she was 3 and Greta's 18. Because it's a good one for being. It's pretty out there, you know. Like, here's what I think. So. It's taking a while.
Fucking sunburnt. Feeling like a lobster. Looking for.
Well, I don't like it when I don't like one of the parts of the conspiracy theory that sickens me is the people that relentlessly said that Sandy Hook was a false flag.
Yeah, that's one of the worst ones. Like.
And I'm glad that somebody's actually been charged with that, because it's just like, imagine you just fucking lost your little girl, and some cunt's just going online, just going nah.
Especially Alex Jones with millions of followers, views.
Oh, did he do it?
It was Alex Jones that really got it going, got rolling. Crisis actor was a term. It's not Alex Jones actually said that. Crisis actor.
Yeah, I've seen him saying a few. Like, I didn't know he actually did say anything though himself.
Crisis actor. But...
He's one of them puppeteers that sort of pulls the strings. Also, there was I don't make any jokes about 9/11 out of respect, because we don't quite grasp. You know, I remember being 16 at the time, and I sort of like, you know, childishly laughed when I heard that the Pentagon. Because at first I remember just bumping into someone in the street. They're like, "Yeah, the Pentagon's just been bombed," and I thought the Pentagon, government building, fuck them. And I was just like, yeah, someone's sticking to America. And then I was, you know, Twin Towers, like the trading, you know, don't really care about the stock market, like, sticking to the man kind of attitude.
Cool.
But to American people, that's one of the biggest days of their life. You know, like they were, like Eminem has a song about, there's a verse about it when the first plane hit the tower, everyone stopped. And we're like, fuck. Planes just crashed into one of the Twin Towers. And it was only when the second one hit the other tower that we were under attack.
Aye.
And he raps about that feeling when the second plane hit the towers.
Yeah.
They were just like, shit, that was like an attack. Regardless of who did it, that's fucking mental. Like the terrorist attacks we get in England, the worst one in recent years was the one where they got like 51 people on the tube that time. My brother was actually on that train.
I'm telling you that.
Yeah, and that, I mean, But that's a good thing, obviously. That's the worst one we've had, and the rest has sort of been like 3 people, 6 people.
Isn't it Ariana Grande thing?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That was
that? I don't know, total and stuff. Like. That was
Yeah,
the impact of children involved. Like.
Yeah, bombing a child's concert, you know, and you've got people.
That's proper evil. Like.
Yeah, you can kind of forgive if someone was to get radicalised to hate Islam or something like that. It was, you know, it was the father of one of those.
This sounds horrible, stupid obviously, but I know we know that Eagles of death metal concert in France where the guys ran in and closed the door and shot everybody. There's obviously a religious thing behind that. Famous shoot in mind, there was 2 guys that went to a concert in France and shut the door and killed everybody. And went on the run. What was he called again? If I see the pictures you would remember. There's 2 guys that in France, you know the band Queens of the Stone Age?
Yeah.
The guy from that has got a second band called Eagles of Death Metal, and they played a concert in France. And terrorists came in, locked the door and shot everybody, blew up everybody. Whatever the thing was called. Yeah.
Oh, should I Google it quickly?
Go to Eagles of Death Metal, and look at Wikipedia. I'm sure it'll be in the incident, but I can't remember the name of the club. But my point is, there was an element of that's against our faith. Fucking attacking children is the worst though. It's not what being a Muslim's about. Eagles of Death Metal.
90 people.
Yeah. What was the name of the venue?
2015. Oh, the Bataclan. Yeah.
Yeah, Bataclan.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's actually still a back to the venue. Bataclan. Yeah, and 2 guys ran away on the run. Sure. Oh wait, I'm getting mixed up with the Charlie Hebdo thing. There's that many fucking terrorist attacks. Just combine them as one. Charlie Hebdo was the drew a picture of Mohammed. The guys ran in and shot up the. It was a satire comic. Shot the staff and ran away. Got caught. Shot.
What comic did that?
Charlie Hebdo, French comic. Remember the drew a picture of Mohammed. The joke about Mohammed.
I do have it slightly on my mind, but conspiracy theorists can get really fucking fucked up.
Oh,
and if I'm advertising, you know, if I go to Part 5, I want to. Yeah, I don't hone in on any specific conspiracy theorists. Like some of my videos right now, I make a few little references and my followers know, because they know the debunking community. But I just I'm probably going to leave QAnon completely alone. Because I don't want to provoke them.
That's the easiest one to attach to them. That's insane. That's involving like people going back to life and stuff like that.
Having said that, being in Britain probably helps.
I mean,
but like Holocaust deniers, man, they're known for being fucking psychopaths.
Yeah.
They don't. Like when I was on a live stream once, one of the people that was just there randomly was saying about he's got a video coming up, Holocaust deniers, and one of the other guys started to say something about it, but then like wound it up. Then after we stopped airing, it was just like, yeah, dude, I just wanted to say, like, I don't want to tell you what content you should be making. I didn't want to say it on the stream, but I used to make videos about them, and
get after them.
well, he only found out like a few years later, like 3 years later, he ended up sort of seeing his, I think it was like his message requests or something like that, you know, the hidden messages that you can't see automatically. And there was just streams of them, and they were fucking, you know, like finding out where he lives, and they were going to come and kill him. So obviously they didn't, but in the end, it was just like, you almost got a bit lucky, because that play on your mind regardless, do you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
And I've not put my shop or anything like that, and where I'm careful about sort of angles I take my videos at and stuff to get, you know, I don't put anything from my window directly. I mean, I haven't got a lot of tyres. If it really came to it, I could just move flats really easily, do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
that big a deal. But yeah, 9/11 really got them. So that's what's weird. 9/11 really got the Americans. It's such a huge day that people lost their. A lot of people lost their lives, and it was just his attack on democracy. It wasn't like if a volcano went off or an earthquake in New York City and it took out 3,000 people. That's one thing. You know, but this was just like a heinous. I mean, on the other hand, at least they didn't go for fucking children's targets. You know what I mean? They had some sort of sense of almost morality. Like they went for like an economic, and a landmark type thing. But going back to so that Madeleine McCann joke was better. And another thing of that, right? I was watching. Do you know Anthony Jeselnik?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
He's got a special on Netflix, and where I've been, actively trying to watch a few more people to gauge the scene. Thought I'd have a look at him, and it seems like he's got a reputation for being really dark, and he's really just monotone about it, and just delivers like some harsh. It just felt like he was delivering harsh statements rather than making jokes.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's got to a point where people know what they're in for when they pay to see him do a special. So he's gone somewhere. He must have started off doing club comedy and not being quite like. He can't do that straight away. Basically, is what I'm learning. What I have learned. He's got to build up to that. But then one joke he did. Do you know how Eric Clapton's child died?
Fell out the window.
Yeah, fell off a thing.
Tears in heaven. Yeah, tears in heaven.
He made a joke about it. Like specifically naming Eric Clapton and his kids, and I think the joke was kind of about the negligence kind of factor that his kid died. And it was just like I don't know if he did that. I can't remember, but what I didn't feel wrong. I didn't feel good. I turned him off quite shortly after that. I just didn't feel good that he's targeting a specific dead child. I think you can make a joke about a child dying. You can make a joke about a child or dying. Like the topic being the subject rather, being that rather than the target. This is the thing. The thing with this is the target was Eric Clapton losing his kids in front of him. He was there when it happened. I googled it, and he saw him fall. So I don't really know how I feel about doing a Madeleine McCann conspiracy. But on the other hand, you could look at it that I'm writing a character, and this is a point of how ridiculous they are, what depths they go to.
It's not like you're doing it for genuine fucking. This is hilarious. The character is not right, kind of dumb. Believes in conspiracies.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want. It could change the character though. Like, I've never wanted the character I've written. You like him, think he's a nice person, and you feel sorry for him. Like, I'm actually going to take it down the road of he starts to get all like philosophical about it and like how it's hard. But you find out that it's his purpose. And he had a big incident in his life, and then after that he found conspiracies and whatever, and then he gets like the last scene I've written. I already know what it is basically, where it's just going to be shots of my character at night, sort of looking over the edge of a cliff, like a suicide spot, rough waters down there, and just sort of the narrator, like the voiceover over the top would be him going like Earth. I'd say it more slow and dramatic than that. But that's kind of. I wanted to just end really abruptly after that, and then just credits go without music. That's, so all the people that were laughing halfway through it, actually, it's a poetic way of describing what you're potentially laughing at.
Yeah.
My favourite conspiracy debunkers, they've all got a lot of empathy. Well, they're nice about it. Like Simon Dan, specifically, I remember him having a moment at the end of one of his videos. He's like, if I just take a moment to remind people, this person on this video, yes, he's right about this. Yes, people love him, and he is loved. He loves people. People love him. Part of this world, remember that one. You know, it was just very classy. I felt like it was classy of Diamond Dan to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for all those reasons, that's my thoughts on doing a Mushroom and Pancreas joke.
Yeah. I mean, you have to make the connection really funny and ludicrous to get the land out. Like, I think because surely there's a connection that you could do with flat Earth. I mean, global warming in Spain somehow, or the heat. I don't know, it's got to be weird.
But yeah. That's the thing. I haven't got any further than the actual. I was just trying to think of like a one that hasn't been done that's actually quite like. I do want to think of a viral type thing to be honest with you. This is perfect, but I want to see like fucking hell, this
Have
you got to be brave as well, I think, yeah.
Have you seen those photos of people that look like Greta Thunberg? It's like Russian soldiers and that, they look like her. It's like identical. Fucking crazy, right?
Well, again, I don't know the full story behind her, but I'm not one to think that the whole. I don't think badly of her whatsoever. But I'm not one to just call her there's a group of people behind it. That's a fact. She's got a team.
It's a face of a team. It's a protest team. It's not like a teenager do their own thing.
I just want to know who and what and why and what they're getting out of it. Otherwise, you know, one of the things that Craig said always stuck with me is you got to think. You always got to look at the person funding the research.
Yeah. For some sort of gain.
Yeah, and you know what? This is the thing. Yes, what's going to happen with the whole climate and green initiatives over the years is there's going to be people, companies falsifying products or falsifying reasons that products are good for the environment to sell them, and it will cast doubt in people's minds. Now, of course, we need to be more green as a planet, but there's going to be people going, "Oh yeah, this is 10 times better than what we use. Buy all these. They're a little bit expensive, but we're doing our thing." And then 6 months later, there'll be some paper from it. That's going to happen already.
Oh, yeah.
There's people that sell fucking USB fucking sticks that allegedly protect against privacy radiation. Honestly, there's like sunglasses for it. They're literally just a pair of Ray-Bans.
No. Absolutely idiots everywhere, man, honestly. I've got like a friend of mine who doesn't believe in space. When you take a picture in the sky, there's no stars in the picture. Stuff like that. It's like, yeah, explain to them how that's through their camera. It's not like, if you take a picture of the moon, you can't see your phone. Your phone can't accept what it's seeing. It doesn't process it. Oh.
What does he think then? Space isn't
Space is made up, yeah, because then if you go, like tonight, go out and take a picture on your phone of the night sky and look at it, see what you can see. You see nothing, so that means it's fake. If you see a picture of a giant, you see a moon, it looks giant, right? It's beautiful. Take a picture, it's a little fucking dot, or it's not even there. It's because the space is fake. But I was trying to say, if space is fake, why is it only applying to eyesight and not cameras? No, it's because your eyesight's been manufactured to change what you see. Alright.
Really, you can see stars in the night sky.
Oh my god.
It does happen, but yeah.
Oh god, honestly.
Yeah, there's just no fucking...
Yeah, kind of remember people, like...
And some of the ones that like make sense for someone to make money, I kind of get them. But most of it's just like, it's influencer type stuff.
I'm gonna take a phone call, man. Back in there. Oh. Oh. As I say to you, why are they conspiracy theorists making stuff up when there's real horribles in the world.
Yeah, and you're the first person to point that out as well.
Like, how come you can still go into a shop and buy 50 products for Néstle and nobody bats an eyelid? Why is that a thing?
Why do you like Néstle?
You know about the Néstle and the
Milk.
the milk scandal.
Yeah.
Why is that not an uproar?
I mean, as much as I don't agree with cancel culture, the actual principle of it has got some merit.
That's not a cancel thing, that's a people are dying thing and you should be punished for it.
That's the kind of people that should be cancelled, you know?
Yeah, like genuinely like abandon
like
this company.
It's bullshit to just pick on celebrities for, you know, the trivial stuff.
Like something you said when you were young and stupid.
Yeah, because the idea of cancel culture is that it takes away the, you know, it sort of evens the balance of power between people that are just famous and fuck people over. And then, you know, but if you fuck with their career and it works, then so be it. Like Louis C.K., like, do you know what he's been cancelled for in the end?
For having a chug in front of people without permission.
Yeah. And I read his statement on it, and the bit that stood out was just like he used to think that it was just like at the end of the day it was a proposition, and that was just something he did. But he realised for them it was, but then, you know, he thought about it, and I've used my power and the fact that they're in awe of me because they're fans to take advantage of them. For them it was, whereas for me it was, you know, a ploy. For them it was a predicament. They're alone in a hotel room. Like, and
wanker.
That's the right thing to say, but I don't like him in general because I saw this video, and he reconstructed it as well. Just sort of makes it worse, but basically there was this.
Bad boys, what are you gonna do?
This woman in the crowd said something while he was having, you know, on his set. He engaged with her a little bit. He was the heckler. It wasn't heckling, and then he carried on, and then she said something else. She's like, "Oh, like my friend Mike or something." So he's still talking. She was like, "Oh yeah, no," but you know, she wasn't being a bitch. So then he ended up just going to town for ages on her about how he wishes she got raped and how the worst things happened. It was like her mum and dad meeting, and she would killed her when she was a kid. She should have drowned her as a baby. And it was just like, if you're doing that like for like, it's just like, why are you? You know, why are you?
You're supposed to make the heckler look bad, not you look bad, and that's obviously what you should be doing.
Good point. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And some other people that get, you know, I saw Ricky Gervais on his latest stand-up about Liam Neeson, about when Neeson said,
going around the streets with a car.
Yeah,
for a black man.
Yeah, he came to his senses. Like, he was younger, defended just been raped, came to his senses though. That's what we want.
Yeah, Bible.
Then, but yeah, corporations like Néstle should be cancelled. I remember my girlfriend at school actually, she at the time she was furious, baby mad kind of thing. But I've never heard it. I barely ever hear it. I only know it from her. Really.
It was pushed under the radar forcefully by Néstle. They were actually paying newspapers not to print the story, but a lot of money. So it wasn't like it was ignored. It was just pushed so away to the publisher.
Yeah,
which was that as well. Exactly, yeah, instead of move stuff up, or like, yeah, go back to the classic MK Ultra, or giving black people syphilis as an experiment. Especially in the States, it's just, the government is so fucking corrupt. They never fucking, like, they were exchanging, they were giving Colombians weapons in exchange for cocaine to flood fucking Miami and Detroit with cocaine to wreck the population. There's so much stuff that seems like made up, but it's actually proven that's actually true. So why don't you focus on that instead of going, oh, Earth's flat, sweeter than you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, some of those things are widely regarded as fact now, like that's the whole Contra thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the cracking the guns and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. That I remember the start of the Ukraine war, and so I saw one of the top people talking to someone in America on one of the news channels, and they were like, you know, America was criticising and talking about why do you have to. He literally turned around and said, "How is it any different to what you've been doing with the country in the military for years?
No.
What about this, and this?" And they were like, he was like, "No, that's different." He was like, "No, of course it is. No, it's no different. Like, don't try and, you know, it's quite pretty nail on the head." And I was pretty nail on the head. And I follow a few Muslim comedians I really like, and they, one of them thinks that it's just right. It's obviously savage what's going on in Ukraine. Where the fuck is all this outrage with Palestine, Syria, Yemen? Like, for fuck's sake, you know, it's only matters. And he's right.
No,
You know, I feel bad. Like I met two Ukrainian people with customers at the shop recently. One today actually. The other day, like last week, I just make chit chat with people. Like, oh, you live in, you know.
no.
And I was like, I said to these guys, like, where are you from? Like, Ukraine? And just instinctively, how is it? It's just like, what could they say? And I just,
nice in the summer.
Well, I've been there. It is really nice, and like, it's one of the really interesting places. You know, don't meet many people who've been to Ukraine, and I've lucky that I have. It was my first international competition. It's really, I was on TV. It was fucking mental. Nearly saw a murder. Thought I was going to get shot. Went to a dodgy brothel. Like, definitely met some Russian mafia. And when I said to them, what how are they going to answer? And I even said, I'm sorry, I apologise for asking. At the time. It's like, what?
The things that's so bad, like how do you even bring it up? Obviously it's on your mind, but you don't know what to fucking say about it.
Yeah, you know, their faces,
I hope you got your animals when you left.
Yeah, I noticed a slight change in their face. They weren't annoyed. I got a bit lucky that they were the sort of people that obviously they
weren't they upset?
Yeah, then I met this family today, and I just, you know, when she told me Ukraine, I just sort of paused and smiled in a way that obviously I sort of acknowledged the situation. But I was just like, I've been there.
It was beautiful.
Well, that's it. Fucking, that's what I thought. I said that as well. But you know, they're lovely people. They're not the sort of people going to get on their high horse and get upset about it. You know, what can you do? I'm glad we're going to start meeting a lot more of them basically, aren't we?
Oh, I mean, my friends just before the summertime there, summer holidays, they had Ukrainian children go to primary school. Crazy, right? I mean, you know what? They don't speak English as well. These children. So how fucking alien must it be coming to Scotland? Suddenly, after you fucking your pussy and doing it, becoming a strange country with Scottish people. Strange, like.
Yeah, it's mad, man. But you know, that's the thing. It's not a. America almost feels like a successful experiment that the other, you know, where the other countries have been around for centuries. America's like fairly formed. It's almost like they've tried to bullshit all across the world. But they're not quite, you know, there's too much experience on the counter side. Whereas with America, they've created this fully fucking brainwashed bunch of people on either side that they've got squabbling, distracted, thinking they're the good guys. You know, the American people are lovely, like they're brilliant. If you actually even the bad parts about them, they come from a good place. Often, they don't. The idiots are less prominent than we're led to believe. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
They've given us a lot of brilliance, haven't they? Like Hollywood, in most of music culture.
Entertainment, food,
I know it's
fashion.
put on a show.
Sport.
Yeah, everything.
Ah,
Yeah.
the best fucking
Staples around the world.
entertainment in the world. Like, it's fucking great entertainment. Music's
So,
amazing.
yeah, some of the best cities. I really want to see Times Square.
Yeah, I was going that in Spider-Man. I was thinking about it. It looks amazing.
Just because it looks. I mean, Piccadilly Circus is pretty, you know.
Yeah. Leicester Square, like Trafalgar Square.
Some people, I remember when I was in Ukraine actually, some of the other teams, you know, places like Moldova, Macedonia, Russia, and they were just in awe of the fact that I was Englishman. It was literally on the fly with the bartender from London, especially this bartender from London.
Fucking big show.
It was a massive deal that I was there apparently. None of them really spoke much English as well, there was a couple of people. But the guy that I went to visit, he was Ukrainian, spoke a bit, enough for us to get quiet. That sort of took me around. I remember being on TV live, or not live, but she literally turned to me and just like spoke in Russian. So, I literally replied something along the lines of, I have no idea what you just said.
Fuck knows what you said.
Yeah, absolutely no idea. And he was getting quite annoyed, I remember, because there was a lot of tension on it. And competition, all the other teams were like, I had money for drinks and stuff like that. Like, we won some money. You know, getting pissed and they just want to. It's kind of why I'm here, mate. Like, you know, I see you on stage, I see you winning some money, and yeah, it's fun. Apparently, the TV crew was just asking about me and stuff like that. It's such poverty next to such wealth, and, you know, really weird way as well. You know, it's one of the countries where I remember seeing some of the millions of pound countries.
Have you ever entered Euro Million, the lottery? Have you ever done lottery?
Nah.
I've never done it. I think Eric was going to do it. You know, like, dash.
Everyone's got fantasies about what they're talking about.
It's fucking expensive, right? I mean, $250 for a ticket. It's putting fucking 1 in a trillion chance of it. Nah, it's not about fantasies, like, I'd love to go up to my boss and put alright mate, how are you? Crack him in the fucking jaw. Alright mate, how are you? Bang! Why'd you punch me? I'm away. I'm phoning the police, I'll fucking pay the law. I'll phone the police on you. Touching my life.
Yeah, it's dangerous doing that kind of money though, isn't it?
You remember the guy, Michael Carroll, I think his name was, Michael Carroll or Carroll, the guy that worked in the bin. He worked in the bins, he was a total neddy guy. He had like chains and rings and stuff, like a chavvy guy. He won a lottery and he lost it all on fucking drugs, cocaine, prostitutes, booze and partying. Spent it all. Literally spent everything. He had paid stuff and that, he didn't have anything. Fucked up his life.
Another impressive fact is Norway won it.
That was horrible. Anders Breivik. That was quite well spoken here because we've got a connection with Norway and Scotland, a lot of people I knew were quite upset with it. Like, it's quite a peaceful country, surprisingly, with all the fucking murders and that. It's surprisingly peaceful. What a surprise.
Yeah, I've had a few bartender friends that are upset in there.
Quite similar laws on weapons as well, and quite similar laws in general. The kid in the USA, right, it's horrible, right? There was a lassie in a state got raped by her brother. She was 10-year-old, and she can't get an abortion. And that is fucked off, though. She has to go somewhere else. She can, but she can't afford it. She can't afford it, like, to travel and get the procedure done. And they're like, oh no, you can't do that, sorry, it says in the book, can't do that. The book, somebody made it? Did you know somebody tried to sue God? They actually made a film about it. There was a guy who had a boat, right, and the boat got struck by lightning and they lost the money. Like, the boat sank. He survived, but the boat sank. He tried to get an insurance payout, but he said it was an act of God. He couldn't get the money. So he went to court to sue God, and they said, oh, Gordon's a fictional character, so you can't sue him. Oh, you say God's not real? Yeah, he was in court.
I read today that Ricky Martin's facing 50 years for bumming his nephew.
Ricky Martin? No, I don't believe that. He's a fucking nice guy.
No, well, I mean, I think the article was written like that just for the sake of people thinking of it, but like, in theory he is facing that. But apparently he was dating his nephew for 7 months or something.
No, I hope not, man. That's one of my favourite singers. I love Living the Beautiful. I mean, that's one song I like. Honestly, it's just what's happening. It's not.
Look it up.
Oh no. Ken, what? If you avoid any news about people you like, and it's good. I don't look at the news about Michael Jackson, so I think nothing you can do. Let's have a look. Tricky. Ricky Martin nephew right away, fucking brilliant. No, for fuck's sake. He denies it.
Because apparently one of the charges would be incest. I don't know, that's the thing, it might be like a hypothetical situation, but it might just not come with anything if it was consensual and they'll just throw it out, I don't know, but it was trending. It's still well busy.
Wait, right, it says here, Puerto Rican newspaper, whatever, reported that the Latin singer dated the petitioner for 7 months before the pair separated 2 months ago. He was still of age, still 21, 20.
Well, yeah, I don't really know. That's the thing. It's just like, well, if they were in a relationship, it's like sexual assault and incest. It's like, well, that might be hypothetical.
No, I hope it's not true.
It's probably just a tabloid worst case scenario. Let's make up some shit about a potential link that's really vague and flimsy. But with it, people talking.
The nephew filed a restraining order against him.
Yeah.
Martin's lawyer said, unfortunately the person who made this claim is struggling with deep mental health challenges. Well, who knows? Hope it's not true, just for the case it's a horrible thing if it was true.
celebrities do get a bit of power hungry. They are not really.
You kind of see that yet about Ricky Martin? You don't know it?
No, sure, but just in general, like, some of the sort of
Oh, aye.
is that Benjamin Mendy's case?
I don't know it.
He's been charged with like 7 or 8 counts of rape.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that in the news, but... Don't know. You can Ryan Kiggs got arrested.
Yeah, I'm pissed off with gigs. I've literally had big arguments.
A shame. Fucked up though.
Even after he did that to his brother's wife, it's just like, well, situation like that's not.
You're my hero for gigs. You're a tool. Like
Yeah, you don't.
cheating.
And he was destined to be Man United manager. You know, he should have done another five years more management, and then he comes back to United and he saves the day. And you know, he's a legend in that respect as well. And
The statue outside the
I just never want to see him managing Man United. After that, you can't be a decent club and not do that, can you? That's the sort of thing you should get cancelled. Honestly.
Genuine being awful.
Mason Greenwood, though, I don't know what's going on. Did you know about that? What happened in the first place?
No.
Just one morning, he was trending, and his girlfriend shared this voice recording of him basically raping her.
Oh yeah, I read that.
And now he's rejoining. He's joining up with Man United because he's been cleared of charges. It's just like, well, what did we hear then? Like,
Yeah,
was that role play? Was that fabricated?
Yeah.
You know, because she actually jeopardised the case by just releasing it like that. She should have gone to the police. So maybe the lawyers got them on that. You know, whatever. I don't know. They were in a relationship. So obviously it wasn't the first time if she thought to record it, you know. But
Yeah.
they were in a relationship. But it was horrible. I couldn't stomach it. But if it's Man United stance, they suspended him immediately. They've never commented on it. But recently was where he's been cleared. It's not gone to trial, so it's not like he's been found innocent. He's just been cleared. I think there's stop the charges, or obviously they had a payoff. Right. Yeah, it's so annoying when something's bigger than football, but it's just like he was proper good when he was young. I hate some people defending it though. They're just like, oh, just, you know, let him back anyway. Too much talent wasted. It's just like, no, he's a fucking rapist. I've been playing for Man United.
Let's do it. Oh no. Oh, get it. Yeah.